All eyes, of course, today on the polls, the counting which is presently on in Uttar Pradesh, which is really the state that everyone's really focused on. It's clearly looking like the Samajwadi Party will form the government, possibly all by itself, but maybe with the help of a few independent candidates. But let's go straight across to Supriya Srinath, who joins us she'll have greater perspective on how this is really all playing out. Supriya, to begin with, the Samajwadi Party, of course, looking clearly like it will form the government. Now, in the past, we've all talked about the likelihood of an alliance with the Congress. Maybe now that's looking like it may not need to be done at all. Do you believe that the Samajwadi Party will only need to take the help of a few independent candidates to form the government, going by what the leads indicate at present?
That's a fair observation. I mean, with 198 leads, they really do not need the Congress. It's the Congress that perhaps needs the Samajwadi Party in the center more than ever before, because they've not done as expected and as well as many political pundits were talking about. Realistically speaking, the Congress has done what many realists thought it will. It has ended with a tally of about 53 odd seats, 54 when last checked. The BJP emerging as the fourth largest party with 46 odd seats. But the SP, 198 leads. Why on earth would you need a Congress to play a favor to you? They would just swing this government with a few independent candidates. They need to reach the 202 mark, which they jolly well can. Mayawati, complete washout for her. She's down to 97 from... It looks like the man who will now be calling the shots will be Mulayam and son Akhilesh, and no longer really the Congress at this stage. The Congress has upped its tally from the present 22 with an alliance, a pre-poll alliance with the RLD. They're up to 53, 54. They would have been a player, and they would have perhaps been a bigger player had SP not ended up with 198. But now that the SP has ended up with 198 leads, why on earth would they need the Congress? But of course, there could be a political coming together of sorts in the center. Mulayam Singh Yadav would want a central play, and which is perhaps why he would want to keep the Congress in good humor. So that alliance very much in the pipeline. But when the early results started coming in, we saw BJP gain ground. They had gained about 65 odd leads. Of course, most of that has now diminished. They are down from their present tally of 50 to about 46. The one big message that Uttar Pradesh has delivered is that national politics, the way we've known it all along, has really lost its relevance. It is the regionalization, it is the vernacular, it is the regional parties that are really gaining ground. It continues to be, and 2 decades later, it still continues to be the SP versus the BSP in Uttar Pradesh. It is not the Congress versus the BJP or the Rahul Gandhi factor, or for that matter the Uma Bharti factor. It continues to be the Maya versus the Mulayam factor, and of course Uttar Pradesh has voted for Mulayam Singh Yadav, and very, very overwhelmingly so. Also, a quick takeaway from UP is that last time around UP voted BSP into office with 206 seats. This time UP is looking to vote Mulayam into office with 198. So UP is very certain. It doesn't want a hung parliament. It doesn't want a fractured verdict. It has delivered a verdict, and the verdict is very strong. They want Mulayam in office, perhaps without the support of anybody else who can manipulate him, anybody else who can pull the strings in this relationship.